5 people were trapped inside an elevator. 10 minutes in, 2 of them mysteriously dropped dead. That could only mean one thing. The killer was one of the remaining 3. Jack and Lucy both agreed. The murderer had to be George. Tensions exploded, and Jack and George got into a violent fight. But instead of stopping them, Lucy actually egged Jack on, urging him to finish George off. When Jack started to lose, Lucy panicked. Fortunately, the police outside used a loudspeaker to stop the fight just in time. Meanwhile, the rescue crew had already started cutting through the elevator wall to get them out. But then, the lights began to dim again. The officers warned them to turn on their flashlights to keep the elevator well lit. Suddenly, an invisible force knocked all 3 of their phones to the ground. Then came a loud, jarring crash. Jack's neck was twisted grotesquely, like a pretzel. Now, only 2 people remained, and it was clear they both had the same thought. The other one must be next. Each of them grabbed shards of glass, ready to strike. The lights flickered again. In the chaos, Johnny's neck was slashed open. George's hands were now soaked in blood. George was the last one standing. Just when everyone assumed George was the killer, something truly horrifying happened. The old man who had been hanged to death in the corner stood up. The old man spoke. It turned out he had been possessed by a demon. The demon's purpose? To punish those who deserved it. But instead of panicking, George looked the demon in the eye and began a deep and sincere confession. That's when the story flipped. Moved by George's remorse, the demon forgave him. Or maybe that was the director's twist. Either way, the elevator doors finally opened and the police pulled George out alive. On the ride back, Officer Ike turned to George and said, "You know, the 2 people you hit and killed in that accident years ago were my wife and child, and I've forgiven you." So it wasn't George's repentance that saved him. It was Ike's forgiveness that set him free. If demons exist in this world, then surely God must too. And in that moment, Ike became the God who saved George from the hands of evil.